Now, moving on to the next set of instruments I have here, we'll talk about the pentatonic flute. This is the Koroi pentatonic flute. And this is what I started the title with, is, do I really need one of these?
Right. That's the ones you see that you think you might have to have, and I know it does have a beautiful sound.
Yeah, so let's talk about this one, and it's a great choice if you want to go with this choice. It's called the Koroi pentatonic flute, and the pros about it is it's great for small children because they actually designed it for small children. Like, look at the size difference between that and the penny whistle. And then look at the size difference between that and the recorder.
Yeah, small, not as bulky.
Yeah, you see that? So it's small, and then it's really easy to play those notes. Like I was saying, it's kind of more of a challenge on penny whistle, but the notes come out really easy. Real easy to blow. And I'll play Shortened and Bread, which is the pentatonic song I played on the recorder. It goes like this. Let's see, I gotta get a G. The G's different. That's why it's a little bit more challenging to get that. So there you go. That was Shortening Bread. And so the great thing about this one is it has a great sound too. And it's made out of wood, which is warm to the touch instead of that cold touch that you get from the plastic or the tin. But the only thing is you're only limited to playing pentatonic songs. So you won't be able to play anything like Twinkle Twinkle or Happy Birthday. And the cost for this instrument is anywhere between $120 and $150. So that's one of the.
So it doesn't have like the regular scale that the other ones have.
Right. It's just that 5-note scale that goes like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the fingering system is different. The B is the same as the other B's, but the G is like this. And so like when I started the song, it's a G to start with. So I started on this, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I got to start on G here. You know that song, and I'm already messed it up, but yeah. So a lot of people like this, but you'll only use it for like 1st and 2nd grade, because then you'll need to move into the diatonic scale. Which
that was my next question, is like, okay, then why would we do it? So for the first 2 years, you're playing songs. If you follow the Waldorf curriculum or whatever, you're basically just using the pentatonic scale.
Right.
For 1st and 2nd grade.
Exactly. Okay. And then in 3rd grade, you would want to move into the diatonic scale, which is great on the Koroi diatonic flute. So that's what this is. It's Koroi. It's beautiful.
Okay. So they have both. They have one for the 1st and 2nd grade, and then you have the one that goes after that.
Exactly. Very beautiful. Very awesome instruments.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
But not real affordable if you've got to buy several, or you've got to pass them down. Or exactly. I mean, but because you got to buy the next one or whatever. But if you've only got a few kids and you want to do it, so I guess it's deciding what you want to spend.
Yes, but here's the kicker. Most people don't know this, but you can resell these for a great value. So if you spent $150 on this, you could probably turn around and sell it for around $75 to $100.
Right.
It's got great resale. So you've only put $50 into it for 5 years, because this will last from 1st grade up until 5th grade. So it's really not that expensive if you think of it that way.
Oh, so you're saying get the diatonic instead?
Yes, I'm saying get this diatonic instead. You can play the pentatonic scale on it, the one that you start with 1st and 2nd grade. So there's that scale, and then the song Shortening Bread I can play on here, which is the pentatonic song. Let's see if I can play.
Oh, I see.
That sounds
so,
like.
instead of buying the other one and then having to buy the next one, you can buy this one, and it'll do 1st through 5th grade.
Yeah, and here's what it looks like together. Like this one's a little smaller. You see,
right? It is a little bigger because your kids have grown by the time they're in 3rd grade, right?
So that's what it looks like. And this is what it looks like compared to the recorder, which
still a little smaller than the recorder.
Yeah, and this is a recorder.
Right.
Same. This one that I have here is the German fingering method. I think that's easier, you know, because you're putting down just one finger at a time, as opposed to the English fingering system.
Right.
This one is easy to play. So the pros for this instrument is you can play the pentatonic notes. You can play songs like Happy Birthday and Twinkle Twinkle. And notice the holes, there's not as many holes on it.
Right, and they're turned a little.
They're turned. And there's the back hole. And if you notice, there's this little wedge right here. That's for you to stabilize your finger while you're playing these upper notes. Then you can come on and put your hand. So it's a nice little resting place for your finger. Ooh. I like how they have designed this. This is the newer design where there's no tone block in it. This is called the Octa pentatonic German fingering from Kohl.
And where is that bought? Right from like the Korai or whatever you called it? No, I always called it Korai. Korai.
Them unless you get a bulk order, but I've seen Pamela sells them from.
Okay, Meadowsweet.
Meadowsweet, yeah. And you can also buy them other places, Bella Luna Toys.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. But the notes are real easy to, you know, play as well. Instead of like the penny whistle, remember when it was harder to get those low notes out? Well, this will come out. The only challenge is you're going to have to cover those holes really completely, or you're going to get squeaky notes.
Right.
And also, you do have to blow gentle to get those low notes out if y'all are struggling with that. Really soft and gentle.
And how much? What's the price on this one?
So the price on this one is around $150.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though. Sounds great.
So really, there's no cons with this one. If I had it to do over with, I would have chose this for my children. But I didn't really know about this one, and I don't even know if they were making them, and if they were really that well known at the time when my kids were smaller.
Right.
So, it was really nice.
Sorry, I don't know why someone keeps getting unmuted, but you got it.
So yeah, this is my second.
So the only con is $150.
Only con is $150. I think there's.
But you can resell it back. You're saying and get a lot of the value back.
Right, but actually, there's one more con that I think, and it's just that it is a starter instrument. It's not like a professional instrument. Kind of like the penny whistle is more of a. You can really play a lot of songs on the penny whistle comfortably and easily. Once it's easier to master. So like this one is just basically for starters to help move into what instrument you want to play. For example, like 3rd graders can start on a silver flute, like a real flute, or they can start on a violin, or they can start on a piano. So all these are really is to just get you started in music, get you that first foundation that you need.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a great overview. I've never seen them all demonstrated like that before. And I think I know we had penny whistle and recorders. I never got the flutes, but
I'm really enjoying this. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful for sure. So why don't you do, like, if you could just pick one overall, what would it be?
If you could pick one instrument?
Yeah, if you had to say, I recommend this over all of these.
Start with, if you've never played music, I would totally recommend this one here.
Okay.
Beautiful instrument. But if you play the flute like me, I would totally recommend the penny whistle. Because it's a real instrument. You can stay on it. I mean, you don't have to ever stop playing this. This is just very limiting. It's just a starter instrument.
Right.
professionals playing this.
What would you recommend for those who are like, I'm on a budget, I would love to buy that for $150, but I can't, but I am just getting started, then what would you pick?
So Pamela at Meadowsweet sells these.
Okay.
They're very inexpensive. They're $12. You can get.
Yeah, I'm going to put Meadowsweet Naturals. I think